Hi there, I'm Robert Earle, Managing Director of Gtechniq, and welcome to the Gtechniq Detailing Bay. Today I'd like to demonstrate our new C1 Crystal Lacquer Plus coating system. So this is how the pack comes, the kit comes. So you get a 30ml of C1 Crystal Lacquer, you get 100ml of C1.5 Silver Seal, you get the applicator pads for the C1 Crystal Lacquer, and a Gtechniq window sticker. We also recommend to use these Gtechniq MF1 microfiber cloths, which if you buy in a 10 pack, they come in at 99p a cloth. So this Porsche GT3 has been fully corrected using the Gtechniq P system, P1 polish and P2 polish, and then we have degreased the surface. We've taken any residue polish away using 1/3 isopropyl alcohol to 2/3 water. So this paintwork is now, it's completely bare of any other product, and so that the C1 can perform its reaction with the paint itself. Okay, so we've got these applicator pads, and you'll see there's one side with gauze and a smoother side. So use the smoother side. So unscrew the cap, and then put a couple of dabs of product onto the pad, and then very important, screw the cap back on. Because it is quite common. People do knock that over, and that's pretty annoying if you knock that one over. And also don't hold it in your hand, because if you hold this in your hand whilst you're doing the car, the coating actually cures in the bottle because of the heat from your hand. So we've now got 2 little dabs of product on there, and then you basically need to get as much surface area as you can out of those 2 little dabs, and you'll see those 2 little dabs. I'll probably be able to do a quarter of the bonnet. And the new formula, the cure rate is much slower. So in terms of worrying about the coating going off before you've had a chance to remove it, you've got a much longer work time. So we're looking in normal today. It's quite cold. It gets about 15 degrees centigrade, maybe even less. We're looking at around about, it's going to be a good 3 hours before it's really started to harden. So it coat the area. And if you miss little areas like that, you'll see, I'll leave that on purpose, but when you're using the microfiber to remove the residue, you'll actually overcoat that with what's in the microfiber. Okay. And on this car, you'll probably use about 25ml of product. It's very important. You can use, with the C1 you can coat all your headlight lenses, rear light lenses, but be careful near to glass. You must remove the residue from glass, because if it cures on there, it's going to be very difficult to remove. You can remove it, but you probably need a razor blade to remove it. Okay, so you can see that's kind of darkened the colour quite significantly into the badge. Right. Then take a microfiber, and again, always fold the edges and the labels on to the inside. And those applicator pads, there's normally around about 5 in a pack. You can do, like maybe after this bonnet, we would get rid of that applicator pad. Because they can harden after. after you've used them for a while. So this one we're just spreading the product around, making sure everything is coated. Okay. And then turn the cloth the other way around. Remove all the residue, and it's very important when you're doing this that you move your head around a lot so that you can see all the different angles. Because sometimes if you're looking head on to some excess residue, you quite often don't spot it. And also the other thing is often in direct high intensity light, so let's say, I don't know, a sun gun or a halogen lamp, you may not see residues. In fact, the best light to spot residues is a flat light, so like an evening, summer's evening with a very, very kind of dusky light, is that you can actually see. You can just zoom up here. These are the kind of things that you're looking for here. I don't know if that picks up on the video, but you can see there's a bit of residue there. And with this version of C1, that's not so much of a problem because you've got a few hours to deal with it. But if you did leave that for several hours, then that would become very difficult to remove. Okay, so I just remove that, and then phone goes. And then the last, with the second microfiber, and you'll probably need, I would say, what do you think, Craig? Maybe about 4 microfibers to do an application, approximately. It's a bit less. With the previous version of C1, you needed a lot more microfibers. This one, because it's curing a lot slower, the coating doesn't really cure into the microfibers as badly as the old version did. So you don't need to keep changing them all the time. Okay, so that's the C1 Crystal Lacquer Plus applied to the bonnet. So you've essentially got a permanently bonded layer of quartz that's on the surface of your paintwork. That's going to give you fantastic scratch resistance, dirt repellency. It's got very, very strong UV absorption filter in there. Essentially, it will keep the finish looking sharp for a very, very long time. A few things to point out. First of all, curing time. This is already this would have bonded. The cure would be about 50%, but for 100% curing, we'd recommend to leave it for around about 12 hours. And then after that, you should then apply the C1.5 Siloseal, which then gives the good hydrophobic properties, or you can put another layer of C1 on. Another thing to point out is when you are making the application, very important that you always apply edges wet to wet. So particularly for the roof. So when you do one side of the roof, go around immediately and do the other side. Don't do one side, then do the rest of the car, and then come do the other side, because this side, particularly in kind of high humidity and warmer temperatures, this side will have started to cure. And if you start picking up partially cured coating in your cloth, then it becomes very, very sticky and very difficult to remove residue. Another thing to reiterate is when you're doing edges, you may want to mask up here, or just be careful. Just don't get don't allow the C1 to cure onto the glass, because it does become pretty difficult to remove. You can remove it, but you probably need to use a razor blade to remove it. And again, same thing with wing mirrors. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and there is information, things like MSDS sheets under the resources tab on the C1 page, and plenty of other information and videos on that.